Hello everyone, welcome to another video where I'll be showing you what changed to artifacts on patch 11.0. What exactly changed to artifacts, what should you go for now, the changes that have been made. So first of all, we have to go to our crafting anvil where we craft our artifacts. So as you see, we have a lot of artifacts right here. You have tarnished ones and you have the normal ones. Now, when you had, before the patch hit, everyone had the normal ones. After 11.0 came live, people got their artifacts turned into Tarnished. Now, what's the difference between these two? Tarnished are basically your artifacts that have been reduced by half efficiency, meaning that everything they gave from the stat or the bonus by base, that means not the abilities, but the base bonus shit they gave has been nerfed to a certain degree. As you see, the Unity Trick Room, which is for supporting, got nerfed very strongly. Codex got halved, Dragon Aspis was halved as well. Freedom Mirror was also something in around half. Anyway, they're way weaker than they were before. Now, what do you do when you want to get back on to the highest quality of your artifacts? Well, when you get to the anvil, you'll have to talk to the guy on the left next to the anvil, the same guy that sells you the green tools, and you have to tell him, ask about exchanging tarnished artifacts and tarnished artifact upgrade scrolls. When you click it, he's going to see all the tarnished artifacts in your bag, not the ones you have equipped. You have to unequip them to make them appear in the dialogue of the NPC. And when you select the artifact you want to remake, you will get back all the materials that you spent in the previous patch back, except for gold. You will get everything back from fatal elixirs and the fragments that you needed for that artifact, completely 100% refunded. With those materials, you can recraft your new artifacts. As you can see here, if you would probably notice already that the costs have changed from last patch. Yes, everything has been doubled from costs in materials, but also everything in game has been doubled from sources, so it comes down to the same thing. You get double as many from your sources, you have to spend as double as many to create them. It's the same thing. So what do you do when you get there? Well, obviously, I would firstly suggest for Victory Cross. You remake your Victory Cross because that's the most important artifact to do almost anything. If it's not DPS related, then it's solo stuff related. If you're not, well, you're probably either killing in PvP, you might be tanking, but you also need Victory Cross for your dailies. Healers are pretty useless right now in early patch, so I think you might want to wait with Codex. Basically, only the outgoing healing got decreased. Everything else is still as viable as it was before. All the abilities from the Codex still work just as fine. So I would not suggest remaking Codex. Considering Unity Trick Room, it's about the same thing. Unless you're a support class, you could remake it. But if you're not an engineer, if you're not a support priest in PvP, I would not bother. The passives are still working all as possibly good. So I would skip that one as well. Now me, I'm usually a tank, so I had to remake my Dragon Aspis. Once again, if you're not a tank, don't bother. If you have level 5 Tarnished, keep it as it is because it's giving you the abilities just as good as they were. I think the nerfed one gives 5% only damage reduction. You might want to remake it just for PvP, probably. You could do that, but I just remade it anyway because I was a tank. Then there's Freedom Mirror. I remade that one for PvP because I don't remember the numbers right now, but it was heavily nerfed on the control effects duration decreased, so I remade that one for PvP. Once again, the abilities still count just as good as they were before, but I would suggest it to anyone that does PvP in the game, just so you don't bother too much with the CCing shit. Then Tarnished Pilgrim's Tales. This is Pilgrim's Crown. Only movement speed got nerfed. I don't think this is worth remaking at all. Like, why would you need 7.5% extra movement speed if not for Cosmos hard mode? I don't think anything else bothers for that. You still have the abilities for the DPS, so you can have longer tonic durations. It still works for tanks because of the Strike of Justice cooldown reduction. Still works as new. Grail, that's the special one. So everything has still stayed the same for Grail, except for, as you can see, chance of activation 50%. That means you only have half a chance of it was before the patch that your Grail procs, meaning double loot won't be always double loot. It has a 50% of procking when you're getting double loot. No, sorry, I'm saying it right. I'm saying it wrong. You have 50% chance of getting Awakened Matter. So if you remember, Awakened Matter are the ones you get right here somewhere. Replenishables. Mine already maxed out, but when you have the shop here, so these things, Awakened Matter, you have a 50% of getting them when you kill PvE or when you kill PvP. It's not guaranteed anymore. Everything else still stays the same, the shop still works, the prices are the same, nothing changed. And then of course Victory Cross, highly suggest to remake. Now the abilities stay the same, but the damage increase you get from remaking your Tarnished into the well, let's call it Legacy artifact is really worth it. It's the go-to, the first thing you should do when you remake your artifacts. So yeah, the materials are still the same. You still need your scrolls from your dailies. You get double the amount of scrolls from your dailies as you were getting before the patch, so nothing changed there. You need double amount of Fate Elixir, but you're getting also double the amount of Fate Elixir from the vendors when you buy them from 3v3. You're getting double the amount from Guildkeeper, you get double the amount from raiding, so really nothing much changed in this regard. The gold probably did change, I have no track on that. That's the same thing, it was 1 million before as well. They added 100k to 1 million for making above level 5. So this pretty much didn't change anything. That's about all I can tell you about the artifacts. This is how you do it. So you talk to the guy, ask him to exchange tarnished your artifacts. Do not throw them away. I've seen people say on the forums, toss your artifacts and remake them. Don't do this. Do not fuck yourself that much that way. That's about everything I can tell you for now in this video. Keep you updated with new stuff. See you on the next one. Bye.